What's up, y'all? It's your girl Star from Fuck It Podcast, and I just want to let you guys know that we are officially back with season 4 of Fuck It Podcast. I'm super excited. We will be live same date, same time, 9:05 p.m. Thursday night on our YouTube channel. If you have not already subscribed, go to YouTube and type in FY Podcast, hit the subscribe button, and also hit the bell reminder button and come vibe with us. Always, we are available on all streaming platforms. Our episodes are usually available the next day, so you guys can vibe out with us on the streaming platforms, but it's not as, funny as the live because it's happening right then and there, and we'll always get to interact with people during the live, but you can check out our website at www.fypodcast.com for the latest updates as far as what we have going on. You can purchase some of the merch and follow us on all social media platforms. But until next time, peace.
Marcus X.
Yeah. Started off dreaming, now we blow bags for the fuck of it. Toast every time we scratch something off our bucket list. My nigga, I've been praying more, staying away from sucker shit. It's crazy how you run across a show and fall in love with it. Appreciate you tuning in. Yeah, we gon' be here by the hour talking true events. Another week, another topic. To everyone that's here, thanks for watching. Yeah, Patty's about to keep it real. Stars gon' drop some knowledge. Trending topics and relationship advice. You write, they read them. Email us in the DM if you think your nigga cheating or your chick. Folks don't know what loyal is. Niggas scared to tell the truth. We tie the cap to look no further than these two. Got opinionated views, but still we gotta state the facts. I done heard a lot of other niggas shows and I'ma pass. And every time they're here, they give you everything they have. Shit, what more can you ask? These two the perfect match. Run it back. Hey, mark it in your calendar. Don't miss this broadcast. Tonight we live. Don't be in the comments fucking up no vibes. And when other shows copy us, let's all laugh. They say it's flattery, but nah. Fuck your podcast.
Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Fuck Your Podcast. I'm Star.
And it's your girl, Patty Mayo.
Yo, Patty was...
That's my shit.
Yeah,
That's my
she was back here sitting some bars.
Okay.
Let me get the background music popping. What's going on? How was your weekend?
My weekend was good. I don't remember too much of what I did this weekend. I never really remember, but I do know I saw my nephew this weekend. Mm-hmm. That was super fun. Oh, we went out to eat.
Okay. For
Keem's cousin's birthday. That was super fun.
Nice. Where'd you guys go?
We went to Smith & Walensky's.
Oh, their food is so good.
It was very good. Their drinks was good too. But yeah, I think the highlight was meeting my nephew. Okay. He was just born and he is so cute.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. How was your weekend?
My weekend was good. I was actually supposed to go and visit my niece. My sister had a baby, Faria, and my brother-in-law, Ali. But yeah, so I didn't do anything. What did I do this weekend? I didn't do anything.
Right.
Like I chilled in the house. I don't go outside anymore. For those of you who know, I do work from home, so I don't really be going outside much. Hey, everybody in the chat. Hey, ladies.
Hey.
Let me take out.
I love style, yo.
I had to take out that bottom. There's a line, baby. Anyway,
we definitely been in the house,
yeah. But things are starting to open back, and hopefully this summer is not too crazy because I do want to hang out.
No, you need to get out.
I do need to get out. I want to hang out with my friends, I want to do hood rat shit with my hood rat friends. All right, what are we toasting to this week?
Okay, what are we toasting to this week? To start going outside.
Yes. Jumping off the porch. Yo, I was talking to Brett in the comments. I'm not in the comments on Instagram, and he was working out with my my old trainer Dre or whatever, and I'm like, Dre, that's bro right there. So Dre he's a young dude. He's a trainer. I'm pretty sure everybody know who he is in Boston or whatever. But he was working out with him, and I'm like, yo, I started back working out, but I really need to go hard. I said, because I'm trying to backflip off the porch this summer. Fuck jump off the porch. I'm trying to be in the street.
She want them leg muscles, okay?
Mm-hmm. Yes. So what's up with you guys in the chat? How was y'all weekend? We never asked y'all. How was y'all weekend? It's a shot for you.
It was a shot for me. Yes. How was you guys this weekend?
Yeah.
Talk to us.
So shout out to your ex boo.
Who that? He's still my boo. We're not gonna do that. He's still my boo. Go ahead. He's my boo again now.
Okay, so you do the news.
Okay, just so y'all know. Let me clear my throat. Let me get it. So my baby daddy, Kanye West, he has been claimed as the richest man in American history at $6.6 billion. Okay, I'm waiting on my ring, honey.
Oh my God.
Right.
Well,
Thank you.
Did the ink dry on him and Kim's paperwork before you trying to stake claims in him?
It's getting there. It should be dry by now. It's been a few weeks, right? I think they done divvied up everything. They know more or less what they doing. She don't want his money. He don't want her money.
Okay.
You know, she got the house. They gonna split them kids.
Okay.
You know, but I'm telling you, it'd be the crazy ones. It'd be the crazy ones you gotta look out for, because those are the ones that's gonna change your life.
Yes. T said toast to summering this summer. For
To
real.
summering, yes.
Yes.
I was still summering last summer.
Yeah, I wasn't. Jess said, I can't believe he passed Jay-Z. Yo, and that's what me and Patty was talking about. I feel weird calling you Patty, but that's what me and what Patty was talking about before the show. Like, damn, he passed Jay-Z with, you know, the few deals that Jay-Z had just recently did. Right. You know, I can't believe that, you know, he passed him, but hey, everybody's buying the Yeezys.
Yeah, they are.
It's Yeezy season, baby.
And they're about to keep buying them.
Exactly.
Y'all are not going to stop supporting him, that's all.
Yeah, I mean, you know how that is.
Yeah.
Kanye gotta stop being Kanye.
He just needs a little help. Just a little bit of, you know, some extra motivation, some, you know, some love and conditioning. It's like, you know, Kim was there for a lot of it, and she really was like, I'll give it to her based off of the, you know, the episodes that I saw, but like she was really dedicated to him as a wife, like making sure that he was right mentally. But after a while, you just get tired of dealing with all that crazy shit.
Yeah, but you know what? It's through thick and thin when you... People, I feel like, we'll discuss it in the relationship topics, but I just feel like, you know, people don't take marriage as serious. But I guess when you're dealing with mental issues, you know, it could be crazy. Yes. Hey, Neeks. Hey, Simone. Simone wasn't on the show last week because she was being very bad, and she wasn't a good friend. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
You better had been out on a date with Michael B. Jordan. Your only excuse.
So, Simone, you like our new setup? Ow, we out here. But all right, well, let's go ahead and jump into the topics, because I can bullshit all night. But all right, so let's jump into the Grammy. So, as y'all know, Candace Owens is always opening her mouth, and she appeared on Monday night. She appeared on Tucker Carlson's Fox show, and she was criticizing Cardi B because of the way I guess her and Meg did their performance at the Grammys. And I feel like, you know, they were going back and forth on Twitter. You know, shit gets heated up on Twitter. They were going back and forth on Twitter, and you know, like they were basically dragging each other. But I just feel like Candace Owens just always says something. My thing is this: as far as it being a family show, it's an award ceremony with adults performing adult music. Yes. So if you feel like that performance isn't for your child, because when have the Grammys been like a family friendly show? Right. Like they always have different performances on that show.
Exactly. Even from like way back, I think her issue is there was, or a lot of people's issues was, because when I did the research to try to figure out why they were so mad about this, it's because of all the backlash that, you know, Janet Jackson and like, you know, performers before Cardi and Megan got for trying to perform risque performances like this. But to me, I don't think this was a risque performance.
I don't think so either.
Everything was very classy. Like they even toned down the actual beat of the song to make it more classical. The dance moves were very calculated. They was very like on point. They were very, I wouldn't say stiff, but she wasn't, you know, there wasn't ass shaking all over the place. And the most risque that I think they would have gotten is when Megan and Cardi B locked legs, and that happened for what, a second?
Yeah, but not only that, right? I also feel like the Grammys knew what they were signing them up for.
Yeah.
Am I right? Am I wrong?
Absolutely.
They knew the song that she was going to be performing.
Yep.
They won an award. Did they win an award for it?
Yeah, I think so. They should have.
But
if they
knew, right? They knew that they would sign up. And my thing is, I hate when people on social media try to make it seem like celebrities are supposed to be role models.
Yeah.
You can't, like, some celebrities you don't look up to as have your kids look up to as role models, and why don't you be your own fucking kids role model?
Right.
Like, I just feel like y'all put too much on celebrities to be role models for your kids, which is crazy to me.
Right.
Super crazy.
I kind of agree with that because, you know, performers are here to perform, and to be honest, sex sells.
Right.
So if they have to, you know, be sexual and make sexualized music, like, that's what's making them money. That shouldn't be what you're relying to raise your kids on.
Exactly.
You know, like, definitely make sure that you're monitoring what your kids are listening to, watching. Like, if you're allowing your kid to be on TikTok or Instagram, you should have no reason being mad about what they're seeing on a Grammys award show.
Facts.
That's ridiculous because they're exposed to way more.
Yep.
Whether they're in school, whether they're online, whether they're with their friends, they're exposed to way more shit. So I think it's better if you just be honest with your kids and just let them know, like, look, this is just a performance. These are basically actors. The celebrities that you see, they get paid to do these things. This is not what you look up to aspire to be.
Exactly. Simone said, yeah, she loved the new setup.
Yay.
You want to jump into the comments?
Yeah, let's go ahead and jump into the comments. Let's see what we got.
I'm trying to keep up.
Okay, they knew they had performing, and they knew what the songs would be. Right. Letitia said Madonna tongue kissed Britney Spears, I think, on an award show, and the world thought it was hot and sexy. Right. And that's like an iconic memory that we all have. And I think it probably was the Grammy Awards, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so, but I can't confirm.
Yeah, I'm not going to confirm that. But, you know, there's been plenty of risque, you know, performances, and even just like acts of like people just like doing random things during award shows that probably wasn't even in the full script. So to get mad at something that was pre-calculated, thought about, there was obviously practices, you know, the performance was thought out, the dances were thought out, everything was, that they toned it down a lot. Okay, I'm gonna just say that. So for the lady who was crying, you know, because
did y'all see that lady? Cardi B posted a lady on her Instagram, and this bitch did a whole YouTube video crying, playing back the Cardi B and Meg's performance. I was like, you have to be fucking kidding me.
That's just so uncalled for. Like, that's just like you look a mess. All right.
Yo, seriously. But my thing is this: like, at the end of the day, we definitely should not you know, as a parent, and I'm not a parent, but I have nieces and I have nephews, and as a grown ass woman, like, I'm not really looking up to celebrities to boost my self-esteem. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you sometimes when looking at celebrities, you get inspired to do different things, but for me to look up to, like, oh my God, I want to be just like her. Like, no, that's not, no.
And like there was a pole seen during the performance, and even that was super toned down.
Yeah,
she could have done a lot. All right, she has the tricks and the moves. She showed us what she can do on a pole,
right.
And what she showed us on this award show wasn't that. So y'all mad for nothing, for real.
All right, so before we jump into the next topic, you want to read? It's two more: Tanika and Simone.
Okay, I'm waiting for Tanika's to pop in, but Simone said they pick who they give the okay to. Always want to say something when it's a black woman, like shut the hell up.
Right.
Tanika still, oh, there it goes. I'm sorry. So I guess she had no problem with any of Madonna's performances. Bitch, please. Candace and the rest of the trolls need to stop.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
And I noticed that a lot with Candace, that she just likes to hop on the bandwagon just to upset the black community. Just hopping on the wrong bandwagon for what? Just be quiet.
She definitely do that. That shit
tired
on
of her
purpose.
ass.
Could y'all hear me good?
I can hear you good.
Okay.
I don't know if they can hear you good.
Let me know if y'all can hear me good, if I need to turn up my mic a little bit. But anyway, all right, so let's jump into the next topic. So I know you guys seen what's been going on with Kirk Franklin and his son. What's his son's name again?
Ooh, that's a good question. Carry On.
Oh, Carry On, yes. So I wanna play this.
Wait a minute, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I got a funny story to his name.
All right, so I want to play the clip a little bit as far as like what they were what transpired between them, but I got a lot to say about this, because y'all know, growing up in a household, if you went to church and whatever the situation is, it didn't matter if your family went to church or not, your ass was still gonna get cussed out, and that's just bottom line. But here we go.
Paper. Okay, if you think I'm bringing this paper, let me say it like this. When your bitch ass starts getting some shit that disrespectful, you need to get your skinny motherfucking ass back out the goddamn way before I put my foot in your ass. Because I dare you. I dare you. I dare you. I dare you. Shut the fuck up. I'm old.
What's up? I will punch your neck, nigga, if you ever disrespect me. I did it.
So, all right, now
That must be the hook to somebody's new song.
I don't know if y'all can hear it good, but I'm laughing only because having a toxic relationship with your parent is not funny.
Right.
But the thing about it is like and you can't really normalize it, because I see now it does affect a lot of people growing up, but us growing up back in the day, our parents would cuss us out and things like that, and sometimes we look at things as being normal because that's what we're used to. But it seemed like they have had a toxic relationship for such a long time.
Right.
And I don't know, like, the whole scope of everything, and it's not really any of our business. And the only reason why people are reporting on it is because he put it out there.
Right.
But they seem like they have a very, very unhealthy relationship.
Yeah, I don't know about y'all, but I was raised, my mom always told me, what goes on in this house stays in this house. So for him to expose all of that, it just kind of showed us who he really is. So I think Carry On need to carry on because he is just doing way too much. Like, we all know what his father represents. We knows what his father, has been to the community, and his father has been, a staple to the community. And just because he's a gospel singer doesn't mean he's not gonna get in your ass if you're disrespecting him. That's still your father. I disrespected my mother one time, and I'm lucky I still got teeth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you just don't disrespect your parents, and when you do, you might as well expect them to get crazy like that, because it's just a different type of feeling when your child is disrespecting you. And again, it does look like it has been a long time this has been going on.
Except for over a decade. And Kirk has been trying to get his son, who is damn near 33 years old, help, counseling, therapy. They've done it all to try and build their relationship up. And this is to the point where he brings it. And the guy you hear laughing in the background, that's the therapist. Oh my God.
That's the damn therapist, y'all.
Because the therapist is probably, sorry to cut you off, but the therapist probably had enough.
Right.
It's like, because Simone said it was the bitch ass for me. Yes, it was. He honestly sounded like Pinky, not Pinky. Yeah, is it Pinky from Friday?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know. It's a very toxic situation. I pray that they get the help that they need. But because it's been going on for so long, I don't really know how they're ever gonna come to any type of resolution at this point.
My suggestion would be for Kirk.
Did I say resolution?
Yeah,
I did. Right?
Can we get a resolution? I was waiting for it.
Oh my God, yeah, I can't.
But for Kirk, what I would say is, you're not obligated to this man. This is a grown man. I understand it's your child, but you probably did your best. It's time to give it up.
Okay, so this is my question to you guys in the chat as well. Like, dealing with family members and actually dealing with family members who you have like a toxic relationship with. Like, it's like, at what point do you
cut them off?
Cut that person off
immediately. Immediately, as soon as that person starts bringing out a different side of you, once that person starts, making you feel less than, making you feel like disrespected, cut that person off, because that's not somebody you want to continue to have in your life. And guess what? You're not obligated to somebody because they're your child, your mother, your father, your uncle, your brother. I don't care who they are.
Right.
In your family, whether they're blood or not, if they feel like it's okay to disrespect you and treat you any old kind of way, you can say goodbye.
Yeah.
You can say goodbye. It's not worth it.
Right. And I feel like a lot of times we be in toxic relationships with family, and it's like, your family try to force these relationships.
Oh, but that's your cousin.
Yeah, that's your cousin, or that's your brother.
You know what I mean?
But it's like, if it's toxic and we have no solution to what the issue is, and nobody is willing to admit to the things that they've done to hurt that other person. Because I'm gonna tell you this, like, they may be going through a lot of things, but like, when a family member hurts you so bad to where it's like, even if they be like, oh, I'm sorry for everything I said, but you're not really getting to the root of the problem.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you're apologizing, but
what did your father do so bad to make you treat him this way? And what did your son do to make this relationship, every time y'all have a conversation, it goes left?
Right. And
get to the root of that.
Exactly. And it's like, dealing with family, like, I feel like I've been in positions where, like, I've been hurt so bad. It's like, oh, I'm sorry for everything that I did. Or people just be oblivious, or try to pretend like they don't know what they've done. And it's like, it's a hurtful thing, is because you live day to day to day, and it's like, you don't talk to certain family members anymore, and it's because of certain issues that people don't want to be adult enough to address, and don't want to admit their faults and things. So I feel like, again, I don't know the root of their issues. I know that I've gone through my fair share of issues with my family, and I'm pretty sure everybody else have as well. But it's like, you have to get to the root of the issue. You just can't be like, oh, I'm sorry, but not getting to the root of why you're sorry, and why you have did and said the things that you've done that hurt me. And
we're all human, so I understand if you're so hurt, or you don't know how to ask those questions or dig that deep. But there has to be a point where you're just like, this is too much. I can't do this anymore. I'm not going to continue to allow myself into the situation. I'm not going to allow myself to continue to be disrespected. I'm going to move away from you. If we can't get to the bottom of this, if we can't resolve it, there's no solution, guess what? I'm going to let you do you, and I'm going to do me. And that is okay.
Right. But hopefully, they get to the root of their issues. You want to read a few of the comments before we jump in?
Yeah, let's see what y'all talking about. All right. Sim said, yes, we hear you, girl. Sneaker said, all skin folk ain't kinfolk.
Facts.
Fuck her. Kimi said, hey, ladies. Hey, Kimi. Sim said, it's the yo bitch ass for me. Just says, I was mad confused at what I was listening to in the beginning.
Yo, me too.
Right.
I wish I could have skipped it. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, listen, let me tell you something. I promise you, somebody's going to use that on their song.
Yeah.
Okay?
It might be Plies.
You might be Plies. It might be Plies. So he said that was really him. It wasn't even Kirk on the phone. That was him for real. Calvin's laughing. Jessica's laughing at Simone. Calvin said he put it out for likes and views. Simone said, I ain't never heard of him before this. LOL. Calvin said, right. I didn't even know Kirk had a grown ass son like this. I didn't even know he had kids. I just knew about him and his wife, honestly. Calvin said he can't trust his son now. Right. Right. And that's the scariest part.
Yeah.
Especially if you're a family that's going through something like this. You know what I mean? That's something that you want to keep private until things are resolved. But for his son, again, that shows what type of person that he is. Cut his ass off, Kirk.
Yeah, you like, certain things should remain private.
Yes.
Like, we don't have to know everything. Like, we report on what's going on in social media, but we don't have to know everything. And I think that's a private situation between them,
Yep. Simone said, deal with them at a distance. Alicia said, bye-bye. Okay, see you later. Sim says, see you at the family reunion. Oh, that's right.
All right, so let's get into Atlanta. So, when... I don't know how to word this, because there's been so much bullshit going on in the world over the past few months with, these domestic terrorists and, like the media, police, they don't want to call these people out for the things that they do when they commit these crimes and these acts. And so Robert Long, Aaron Long, he was charged with 8 counts of murder, aggravated assault, and he's being held in Cherokee County Jail after a shooting spree in the Atlanta area spa. So he went to multiple spas and shot 4 people. So 4 of them was of Asian descent. So a lot of people was calling it a hate crime, but I don't really know because, you know, I don't really know the full details of everything that went on. And out of the 8 people, 4 of them was Asian. But they said that he was like a frequent person at a frequent customer at 2 of the spas. 2 of the spas that he shot up or whatever. Now, with that being said, they said that they can't rule it out, but they can't classify it as a hate crime because they haven't did a full investigation. But, you know, they said that they don't want to rule it out at this time. But I mean, again, it's when you're going to multiple locations to shoot up, what is that labeling?
That's completely a hate crime, and they're trying to cover it up.
I was going to say domestic terrorism.
Oh, well, domestic terrorists,
Right.
you know?
Yes.
But, I mean, it is a hate crime, especially if you're targeting Asian people. I mean, I understand that, you know, most Asian people probably work at these locations, but I feel as if you're a recent customer, you know exactly who works there, and you know exactly what you're doing.
Right, but I don't know if I can label it a hate crime because even though he shot up the parlor, was it because they were Asian or was it because something transpired?
Keisha Lance Bottom thinks so.
Okay, well, I mean, again, all the reports haven't came out, so I'm not going
it's definitely
against it, and I'm not agreeing with it because, you know, all the all the facts have not came out.
Yeah, they're still investigating,
Right.
but what they're trying to cover it as is basically he has like a sex addiction as well as a pornography addiction.
Right. So apparently there was something that transpired at one of the parlors allegedly, but the Atlanta police officers they basically tried to distance themselves from the investigation that happened in Cherokee County because of the 4 victims that was killed. Like I guess one of the deputies said that he was just having a bad day, which is completely disrespectful because just because you're having a bad day, that gives you the right to go up and shoot 8 people.
Right, and he wasn't done. That's the part that got me.
You shot up 4 people in the suburbs and then you drove across town to another fucking spa.
Exactly. Like, and then his intentions was to go all the way to Florida. So let's be happy that they caught him when they did, because he had intended to go all the way to Florida, just doing the same thing, shooting up different spas. So I just don't understand why they wouldn't label it a hate crime, whether it be racially motivated or spa motivated. I feel like for some reason he was motivated to go and shoot up these spas.
So, and I would label it as domestic terrorist.
Domestic terrorist.
Because it's like you're going to these places shooting up people, and what do you label that as?
A mass shooter.
Yeah. Like, you know what I'm
You're a mass shooter,
let's
a serial killer. And the part that gets me is that he was just arrested. That's it. He's in jail now. And it's just like, this is somebody who knew exactly what he was doing. He knew why he was doing it, and he's not gonna tell you why he was doing it. And the fact that the sheriff of this town is thinking like, oh no, but we're not gonna label it as this, we're not gonna label it that. He just had a bad day.
Because that's the same thing that they do when they go up and shoot up black people. They be like, oh well, we're not gonna label it as a hate crime. We're still doing an investigation, and that's basically what they're doing to this.
What more can you investigate? Because there was a few white people that were shot as well. They just happened to get caught in the crossfire. I just feel like,
were they caught in the crossfire, or what? Did they work at the spa?
Well, I think 2 of them was just at the spa, and everybody else was like working there. So that's why I'm like, they were just caught in the crossfire. Everybody else was Asian.
Well, no, there were 8 people in total. So if 2 of them were just caught in a crossfire, that means 2 of them were actually working there, which was not of Asian descent. So it was because it was a total of 8 people.
Yeah.
I mean,
Again, the story is still developing. It's very,
everybody has their opinions, and
and a lot is being covered up.
A lot I don't know if it's being covered up, but my thing is, I don't know. So
yeah, I don't know either, but just based off of what I read, it looks like the mayor, Keisha Lance Bottoms, like she's fighting for it to be a hate crime, just because of the situation that happened. But I don't know. I mean, to me, I'm gonna label it as a hate crime. I'm gonna label it as a hate crime because I just feel like he knew what he was doing, whether it was because he had a sexual addiction or he just felt like shooting up somewhere. You have to have some type of hate in your heart to go and kill somebody and kill multiple people and continue to want to go and travel, sit in your car knowing that you're about to go and do this and just keep on going.
So do you guys think that it was racially motivated because they were Asian? Like because that's basically what it's gearing to. Like he specifically went into this location to kill these people because they were Asian.
I don't know. Just based off of how many people were killed that were of that descent, I kind of feel that way. But again, I don't know. But I would label it to what I'm thinking as a hate crime, terrorism. It just doesn't make sense to me that they would think that, it's just the fact that the police, the people that supposed to be protecting us, the people who seen what he was capable of doing and seen what he was about to go and do, just decides, you know what, maybe he was just having a bad day. Maybe it's because of all the sexual.
I will say he was out of order for that.
Yeah, I think it's because he has a sex addiction and a pornography addiction, and this is what's affecting him, and he's just trying to get rid of. I think it's. Well, he said he was trying to eliminate the temptation. That doesn't make any fucking sense to me.
That didn't make any sense either. But do you want to read some of the comments before we?
Sure. Let's see what we got.
Go on.
Alicia Smith says he claims it was a sex crime. Calvin, a happy ending transpired and he wasn't satisfied. Deb says, I think it was a hate crime because he shot up an Asian spa. I don't understand why he did not shoot up a white spa in Alpharetta, Georgia. Letitia Amos says, same thing they do when they shoot up schools. We had a motherfucker shoot up a school with a bunch of kindergartners. Do y'all remember how they made the headlines for him? Come on now. She also said, at the least, it's a hate crime. At the most, it's domestic terrorism. Yeah.
All right. So,
it's it's all opinion at this point.
Right.
We're definitely waiting to see what the results are. But again, we're dealing with the terrorist. We're dealing with somebody who knew exactly what he was doing. So we can't believe what he says. We have to go based off of what the government says and what the police officers say. And if they're going to continue to have his side, then we already know that we're not safe.
Right. I mean, you definitely have to wait for the facts to come out in this case, because you just, I don't know.
Oh, I was just driving around with guns because I felt like it.
Oh, so speaking of that, so the guy who they found outside of
Kamala Harris's house, like even that is ridiculous. This guy was sitting outside of Kamala Harris's house with a full-on automatic rifle. This man, hold on, let me read the notes because I was very specific here. He had an AR-15 semi-automatic rifle with 113 rounds of unregistered ammunition and 5 30-round magazines. Was he not ready to kill? He was ready to kill. And the fact that they just, let's just go ahead and arrest him. Let's just go ahead and see. No, you got to be locked behind bars for life because first of all, why are you sitting outside of somebody's house with this much ammunition?
Right.
Secondly, what are you trying to do? And third of all, why do they think that he was thinking of doing anything other than shooting up Kamala Harris's house?
Yeah, like that's a crazy situation to me because it's like, why are you doing this? But the thing is like, he's probably a part of the people who ran up in the U.S. Capitol. It's like, they need to start labeling people accordingly. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have domestic terrorism on U.S. soil. Like, you guys are out here storming the Capitol. You're out here outside of the vice president's home with guns and ammunition and all this other shit. Like, it's ridiculous how they don't call it out as it should be, and I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, what charges did they bring against him?
So basically, I didn't get that far.
Okay.
I didn't get that far. But basically he should have been charged for having these weapons, you know, and I think that's the reason why he was charged for sitting outside this lady's house with all these weapons and ammunition. You know what I'm saying?
That word voice came out, boy. Like, these weapons. I cannot deal, dude.
But nah, that's just crazy to me. I feel like at that point we should start thinking further ahead, you know, assassination. And when you think of somebody outside of a political, like, this is the vice president. Come on, y'all, a black vice president,
But,
the
okay.
first woman of color,
Yes.
I'm saying black president. I don't know why I said that.
Because we were talking earlier.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, Joe Biden said that in his speech. He called her President Harris, so I ain't too far off. All right, calling her President Harris, but yeah, it just doesn't make sense to me that these people, one is a terrorist. We're gonna label him a terrorist hate crimer, and we're gonna label the other we're gonna label the other one as a potential assassinator, because these people should not just be going to jail. They should be going under the house. Come on now.
But, all jokes aside, like, seriously, like, what did he actually plan on doing? Like, if she was home, so, like, you're outside of her house, like, what are your intentions? Like, we already know what the intent
for her
is. You know what I'm saying?
Luckily, she was away. She was doing some, vice president duty stuff.
So apparently, the house is actually being renovated. So they wasn't staying there at the time,
Right.
which of course nobody outside is gonna know that. But it's just crazy how these stories are developing and things are happening, starting with the whole Trump situation getting out of office, and what their you never know what their plans are moving forward. You know what I'm saying? Because they didn't win. But you can go ahead and jump into the topic. I mean, comments.
Simone, jump into the topic. Simone said, what? Deb says, outside of the vice president house, that is a hate crime and domestic terrorism. Okay, all of that. Simone said, probably exactly what they did to that lady judge. Sex, right? Remember we talked about that with the judge? They pretended to be like a UPS service and shot her. They killed her son. They killed her husband.
Yo,
or they
shot
her.
With that story? We gotta follow up.
Yeah,
on that.
I didn't even I didn't remember it until just now. So thank you for reminding us. Look, I'm drunk already. Thank you for reminding us of that. Thank you.
So no, on some real shit, like how we watch these TV shows like CSI and like FBI, like it reminds you of a situation like that.
Remember in Scandal?
Yeah,
where there was like an episode of like a judge or something like that, and she was a judge that wasn't very popular, and there was like an issue of like bees or something, like some type of like little, I don't know, like maybe like a fly.
I don't remember.
And they sent a cake to her, and then the fly came through the window. It's like a little mechanical fly that somebody, and then it ended up blowing her up.
Okay, that was way more advanced than what I was thinking of. I was just thinking of like basic episode of FBI where they hold somebody hostage or some shit like that. You went to the left.
I went deep in detail,
yes,
but like just think about that. Think about how unprotected our vice president really is. If he could sit out there for that long with that much weapons and that much guns, and nobody, well, the reason they caught it was because it I guess he was speaking about it, and you know how we have these advanced phones that just catch everything that we talk about and say.
Listening to us right now.
Okay, so I guess the advanced technology caught on to that, and they ended up spotting his location, and that's how they found out where he was and what he was doing.
Right.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy. Simone said, and the movie with Jamie Foxx. LOL. Yeah, I don't know. It's
what's that? The Citizen something? Unabiding Citizen, Law-Abiding Citizen.
Okay,
that was a good movie too.
Look at you on a movie tip.
Okay, right.
All right. So before we jump into the relationship topics, let's talk about Desean Watson. Go ahead.
Oh my God. All right, let's talk about this man now. If you don't know, he's a part of the Texans football team or whatever. I don't really know sports like that, y'all. No, I don't know sports.
NFL, baby.
The NFL,
You're a
but
sports person. Like, how you not know?
I don't know like that. But basically, so what happened with him is he has 3 official trials against him, civil trials against him right now, because he was trying to be freaky deaky, okay? So this man, allegedly, he was being freaky deaky. Now, allegedly, he was booking masseuses, massage therapy through Instagram. 2 of the women who filed the civil suits against him said that he had made many sexual advances. However, the 3rd, who came out today, was saying that he went as far as to like pushing her head down, to making him make her give him oral sex or whatever. And now she said that she had to even move. She currently lives in Oregon, and from
Origin.
She lives in the Origins.
Oh my God.
No, she's from Oregon now. She was originally from Texas, and that's where she met him. But anyways, he pushed her mouth towards his penis, forcing her to perform oral sex on him. And she ended up blacking out because of fear. And what ended up happening is when she woke up, she was shaking, violated. She felt ashamed. And she was so shaken up that she ended up defecating on herself.
Wow.
And, having to clean that up. And so that's where all of these allegations are coming from. Now, again, these are allegations because he is completely refusing that any of this happened. He actually has the elite trial lawyer attorney Rusty Hardin, fighting against his case right now. But I heard more than these 3 cases. There's about 9 women.
Right. So allegedly, there's 9 females that have come against him. Now, the attorney Tony Busby, he posted a letter from the NFL stating that. He posted a letter from the NFL stating that they had reached out to him, saying that they were going to do an internal investigation on the alleged claims against him. Now, the lawsuit, he filed 3 lawsuits for the people, but now for 3 females. But now I guess he's representing the other women that came up. So it's a total of 9. Now, I did hear rumors. My cousin said he doesn't believe that shit. Now, I did hear rumors saying that I guess because Texan, they had paid him a lot of money, and he wanted to leave or whatever. My headphone thing about he wanted to leave, that they were trying to bring these allegations against him or whatever. I mean, I don't really know what transpired. Just like this situation, like, you definitely have to wait for all the facts to come out, because you don't want to jump to conclusions.
Right. That's a huge allegation.
Yeah, that's a very huge allegation. Now, he did try to get ahead of it, and he came out and basically saying, like, this is not true. Like, I have never disrespected any woman in any type of manner. I've always been respectful, and I want to fight this, not because there's a lawsuit, because he wants to clear these allegations against his name. Now, he did say that the attorney offered tried to do a settlement with him, and he declined the settlement because he's like, no, like, I'm gonna clear my name of these allegations against me.
Right.
Now, with the one allegation, I was like, oh, okay, he's getting ahead of it. I didn't know it was 3, but then it jumped to 9. I mean, I don't know the situation, but again, we have to kind of wait for all the facts to come out. And he said the Texans want their money back. So that's basically what I was reading online as well. People was basically saying, they're trying to bring this against him because, they paid him all that money and he wants to leave and so forth and so on. But again, I'm not discrediting these females.
Ladies, because sexual assault is a huge allegation.
Very huge.
Yep.
But, I also don't condone, false allegations. And I feel like sometimes, when women bring these false allegations, they're not held accountable for it.
Right.
And again, I'm not taking
saying
nobody's side.
They are falsely, accusing him. But
but if it's true, then he needs to be held accountable for it. But sometimes I feel like with it being a civil suit, maybe they should try to, if it's that serious, they should try to press charges against him. If this transpired. But sometimes I just feel like I mean, you do have to wait for the facts to come
Yeah.
out. I don't really know.
But,
I don't watch football, so I don't really know what type of deal he had.
Yeah,
You know
I
what
mean,
I'm saying?
me either. But what I'm saying is, with these type of allegations, you have to be careful because allegations.
Okay.
I'm just lit.
You know I'm gonna have your back.
Okay. But with these certain type of allegations, it's like you have to be careful because number one, you're ruining somebody's reputation, and number two, women can sometime in these situations they see somebody else getting ready to get a bunch of money for making the accusations, and they're like, oh well, this kind of this sounds pretty similar to what transpired with me. Well, let me go ahead and put my story in, and now it's like the game of telephone. It's reaching somebody else's ear and they're getting a different story, but it's coming back to make it seem like it's something else that it wasn't.
Right.
So let's wait for the facts and see what's going on. I don't know this man from a hole in the wall. I don't know these women from a hole in the wall. But if he is doing that, that's just not because obviously it's a huge thing on porn. We love it, watching the masseuse end up going into a sexual situation. We get it. It's a wonderful feeling. But no, it's not okay. If you're booking a masseuse, it's for you to get a massage.
And that's it.
It's not for a happy ending. All right, you want that, you got to call an escort or somebody who is down for that. They know what they're getting themselves into.
My question is, why was he booking people from Instagram and not really having
like an actual business?
Yeah. Like how some massage therapists, they are referrals, and they may be someone that works for the team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I wonder why he was reaching out to women
probably just trying to support some
on Instagram,
independent businesses.
That's my
small
question.
Businesses.
Yeah, but okay. Speaking of like massage therapy, have you guys seen those videos of the guy doing those massages to the females, and like he be all over them and they be all oiled down? Y'all never seen that? I know somebody in the comments have seen that.
I see it all the time on Pornhub, honestly.
Okay, this is not Pornhub, beloved.
Okay.
I'm talking,
but I do. I see it all the time.
I'm talking specifically on Instagram.
No.
Have you guys
too
seen
much.
that?
No.
Oh my God. Anyway, so
and these are just regular women.
Yeah, they book these appointments with this guy, and I was looking at the videos. Like, he does like really great work. So people in the comments says yes, they definitely seen it on IG.
Oh wow.
Like, it looks so good. Like, I'm trying to tell you, he be like, I'm gonna send you the video. It's like he just be massaging your soul, and I be trying to tell him, like, yo, this is how I want you to rub my back.
You see how he's doing it with so much pressure and love and sensation.
Like,
I want that.
But would you guys ever get that done? Because he goes from from cities, some state to state, city to city, or whatever, and he like does appointments. Like, would you guys be comfortable with doing that? Because when I was looking at it, it was a little risque for me.
Yeah, it's like with massages, it's a very personal, I feel like, because number one, you're naked under that tiny little sheet, and
you can't have panties on though.
Yeah, you
they be wanting you to take them off, and I'm like, what you want
yeah,
me to
I never kept my panties on. I've never kept them on. So that's what I'm saying. It's been full nudity. Yeah, I've been out here, and you know what I'm saying. But my thing is, it's very personal, especially when they get around like the upper thigh, like buttocks area, or like when you're laying on your back too, when they get like up against like your that is very sensual. And that's why I feel like, like, be careful about who you're deciding to have massage you. You know what I mean? Make sure it's somebody that you probably wouldn't be like super attracted to, or do like a couple's massage or something like that.
I don't know.
But
this nigga
don't be in there by yourself.
Yo, he had their legs cocked open all the way up, and he's like massaging. Like, yeah, Simone's right. He be all in your ass, just like caressing it. I don't know. It looks like it feels good.
Yeah, you're gonna have to send me this. I'm gonna have to send that right on over to Kimi. See what he does.
You want to read a few of the comments before we go into the relationship topic?
Yeah, so I've just seen it on Instagram. Those dudes be going inside. He be in the cheeks and all that. No sheets. There's no sheets. So like, it's just nakedness.
Yo, this nigga be doing his thing, and I be trying to figure out.
Like, that's way too much for me.
I don't know. It'd be a lot of oil.
He be in that ass, and I'm here for okay, legs. Simone laughing at you.
Yo.
That's too much.
But
I'm
it's
sorry,
a good
I
ass
can't.
massage though. Like who doesn't want a massage to where it's like your whole body is so relaxed?
But that's what I'm saying.
Sign
like,
me up, baby.
I feel like in that moment, I'm gonna want to have sex. Like, I'm like, it's so sensual. It's such a relaxing
I
thing.
don't know. You're just freaky.
No, I feel like it's something that you got to do with the person that you're with, or make sure that it's somebody like, you know, when you go to a spa, you can kind of request certain things like, I don't want to work with a male, I only want to work with a female. Like, make sure that it's somebody that won't get you all hot and excited. You don't want to be in there with somebody all fine and he's touching on your tenderloins and you know over here getting wet and like, you don't want that type of shit.
All right, so this is
It's
what I will
weird.
say. Like I would want a man because I want manly hands.
Yes.
But if it's a manly female, I'll take her.
You gotta request for
I'll take
Olga,
her.
please.
I'll take manly hands.
I want the burliest bitch you got.
Rub
You hear
me
me?
down, You get up in that ass,
cannot.
squeeze it. Fuck that shit. I'm paying for this. No, I don't want a happy ending, but I want my body to be relaxed.
Okay, now talking about grabbing these random massage therapists from Instagram, Tinder.
Oh my
all right,
God.
let's talk about dating services. Tinder has come out where they're coming out with a background check. It's going to be free for their users. Now, last year in 2020, they came out with some advances to their app already.
Okay.
Which some were, they added photo verification, in-app safety check-ins, and built-in panic buttons. So now with this whole new advanced tool, if you have the persons that you're potentially going out on a date with, all you need is their last name and their phone number.
That's good.
Yeah.
It's really good because you have to think about like the things that we talked about over the past, few years, the past few months about the things that transpired with these dating apps and things like that. Like, yeah, you want to make sure that these people are protecting themselves because these women, some women be getting raped, some be getting robbed, some be getting killed, men too.
Right. And like with the Apple phones, they've done a good job of like providing females or like anybody with like quick emergency, like, undetected, ways that you can like reach the, 911 or whatever the case is. But I think this is cool. They're definitely trying to be safer. But I will say, if you are using these dating apps and you are going to be using these background checks and everything, they're only checking for like gun charges, any past sexual assaults. They're not going to do like any drug possession or anything like that. But there's so many things that can be hidden still if you're getting somebody's background check. Yeah. Because me and Star was talking about it earlier, and let's say you're arrested for a certain charge and you take a plea and you take something less, that's not going to go on your record. Yeah. So people won't know exactly what you're really into. So, definitely ask these questions if you're going to potentially be going out with somebody. And remember, people can still lie to you.
They damn sure can.
They can still lie.
When you meet somebody, you're meeting their representative. You're not really meeting the real them. So
yeah, they are putting on a show.
Okay.
So you need to pull them curtains back and say, nah. I want to know what you all look like. All of your characters.
No.
Okay.
All right, so let's go ahead and get into it.
Get into the real gritty. What happened to these relationship topics? So the first letter that was sent.
Can I just say this?
Yes.
Like the relationship topics this week, like people really need our help. So
yeah. Please be right.
If we don't give good advice, could y'all at least give good advice in the comments?
Nah, the advice is text back, he busy, and walk away. Walk away from your phone, bro. Nah. Okay. Yeah. No, for real, because they do need our help. Okay. I'm so nervous for them. I'm like, I don't even know what to do. Hey, FY Podcast. I'm a woman, 31 years old, from Boston, and I own my own business.
Okay.
I have been dating men casually. However, when I mention to them that I don't want to get married or have any children, they either use me for sex or immediately fall back from wanting to be involved. I'm looking for someone who is equally comfortable with carrying out a sincere relationship with me without us having children or getting married. How soon during the dating stage should I let someone know this?
That's very interesting because it's usually the other way around. Like the female wants the marriage. They want the kids. Like they want all of that. So for her to be in her in this stage where she's like, hey, like I just want companionship. Like I'm not looking, to tie you down. I'm not looking to be tied down. So that's very, very interesting. But I mean, and it's surprising that she's not finding men that just basically want the same thing. But because usually dudes be like, yo, ma, I ain't trying to get married, but it just depends on the guys that she's dating, because I feel like sometimes, like, nowadays where you're getting older, you do want to settle down at some point. And I think COVID, and I always relate everything to COVID. I think COVID has kind of taught us a lot. Yep. Just as far as life and just being with somebody and just spending time. And, people don't have kids. People want kids. And, I mean, I don't really know. Maybe you just have to keep dating or get introduced to somebody. I don't recommend dating apps. I know we just talked about Tinder. I don't recommend that. But I don't really know. I mean, there's some guys out there that don't want kids and don't want to be married. So I'm pretty sure you may be able to find somebody. I just don't know who, because the guys that I know right now, they're looking
for somebody like that.
Yeah, they're looking to settle down.
Oh, they're looking to settle down.
Yeah, because you got to think about it. We're getting older. Yeah. I mean, I'm still young tenderoni, but everybody around me, okay. Everybody around me is getting older. So as you get older, you want certain things. Yeah. Like you want to get married, you want to potentially have
and
kids.
She's still pretty young, 31 years old, so you don't know if your feelings may change later. But what I will say is it may be a little harder to find a man who would understand that, because what happens is, yes, they're comfortable knowing that maybe the girl doesn't want to get married and doesn't want to have kids, but what ends up happening is they can sometimes mistake that for, let's just have fun. Yeah. Let's just keep this open. Since you're not looking for a commitment, then I don't have to commit to you. Yeah, absolutely. This is just sex. This is just fun. Right. And that's where I think she's having the issue, because it's like, I can find guys to have sex with or to hook up and date or whatever the case is, but I'm not finding somebody who's like, I want to commit to you without being fully committed.
No, I agree. You know what I would say too? Like, this could also just be a phase, because right now she owns her own business. You know what I'm saying? So in your mindset, you're thinking about the bag. You know what I'm saying? You're thinking about chasing the money right now because you're comfortable where you're at. Exactly. So I feel like as time progresses, she's gonna want that. Yeah. She's gonna want to probably, even if she doesn't want marriage, like kids. Well, even if she doesn't want kids, I wouldn't say marriage. I'm gonna be honest with you. As a young girl, I've never grew up saying, hey, I want to get married and I want to have a bunch of kids. That's never been in like my mindset. Like my mindset was always to make something of myself. Right. And and I wouldn't say that it's a bad mindset, because everyone has different things that they want out of life. Right. And with me, I never really wanted kids. I never really saw myself getting married. So for me to be married right now, it's hilarious to me. You know what I'm saying? Like it's serious. It's really, really funny to me that I'm married. Like I'm like, sometimes I can't believe, like, damn, I really got married. Like,
I think what she needs is somebody just on her level, somebody whose mind isn't focused on, I'm trying to get married or I'm trying to have kids or I'm trying to lock you down.
Just go with the flow.
Yes, just go with the flow. You guys are both, working. You guys maybe both own their own business. Somebody who's money motivated just as you are. That way you guys can kind of piggyback off each other. And you might not know, like Star said, your mind may change. You may end up falling in love. You may want to have kids. But if not, I wish you the best in finding somebody who is really gonna be dedicated to you without all of the extra, because that's what is most important. Whether you're looking for a marriage or you're looking to have kids, that's the first step, being committed to each other. Because once you're committed to each other, the marriage is easy. Having kids and raising them is easy because you understand each other. You know how you want to raise your children. So I would bring that up on maybe the second or third date. Right. Maybe not the first date. That's too crazy. You know what I mean? That's a little out there. But definitely the second or third date, because around the second or third date, that's when somebody's really deciding, like, I like you. I think I'm going to talk to you some more. And I think I want to be serious with you. So around the second or third date, just say, hey, look, I'm going to be honest. This isn't something, I want a relationship, but I don't want to get married. I'm not looking for kids right now. So I would approach it with the right now. And then see it how it is. I wouldn't say never. Right. Definitely just say, right now that's not where I am. I'd much rather focus on building a connection.
Right. So you want to jump into some of the comments. And if you guys are just now tuning in and it's your first time watching us, hit the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you.
So Mama Alicia said, no, don't want to be married and don't want no more kids. I tell them in the beginning. Letitia said, I agree with you, Star. Keela said, beginning. You're right. Vanna said, there's a market for everyone. She'll be I. Neek said, I think she needs to change the verbiage. Explain she wants a life partner, but doesn't want to get married. There's a way to explain what it is she wants without making them want to run away or use her. Exactly.
Right.
I agree with that.
I agree. Yeah.
What you got?
Yeah. All right. No, go ahead.
Okay. I thought you had something for us now. All right. Dear FY Podcast. What's up, ladies? I really need your help. I've been in a relationship with my current girlfriend for 4 years now. At times, it seems like we're on the same page, but I no longer feel a connection to her. I'm not going to lie, but I feel more of a connection to my homegirl I grew up with. The problem there is my current girlfriend has always been suspicious of us having a secret relationship, but we have never been sexual or had any types of feelings for each other than being friends in the 15 years that we've known each other. Recently, things did take a turn and we have been getting it in every chance we can get. My homegirl told me she might be pregnant. I had to break it off with her because I felt guilty towards my girlfriend. But this is my friend. She knows my family, my friends, and has always been around. I regret breaking things off with her and not my girlfriend. Can you ask the fellas in the chat how they would handle this if they were in my position?
Okay, fellas in the chat. How would y'all handle that if y'all was in his position?
How would you handle that?
So this is my thing with that situation. If you knew that it was getting to that, Ashley said, "Okay, Usher."
Right.
If you were
in my confessions,
yes, if you knew that you were getting to that level with your so-called friend, go ahead, Vince and shit. Let me hear you. I feel like you should have broke it off because it's not fair to your girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like it's very disrespectful, especially if she already had those type of suspicions. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not fair to her. So now I feel like you're trifling. Like, if you felt like you was gonna take it there with your friend, you should have just broke it off with her and y'all could have did your thing. But now it's funny that you asked the guys in the chat and not the women because you knew we was about to drag that ass.
Right. But here, y'all might even drag me for saying this, but let me ask a quick question.
Don't get dragged, Patty.
Do you feel like, I had a thought, do you feel like us as women, because we have these type of premonitions, or we feel these type of ways and have these assumptions that might drive a man to maybe reconsider his relationship with his female friends?
Well, no, because
she was like, I don't know. Yeah, that shit makes me think. Because if you're constantly telling somebody do you got something going on with her? Y'all been doing something, whatever. Would that put the thought in their head to, not to say that that's okay for him to do it and to give him a okay to do it. But what I'm saying is, do us women having that premonition and having those feelings and speaking it to them instead of holding it in, or, not say that you should hold it in, but instead of us keeping it to ourselves, does that make men reconsider their relationship with their female friends?
I wouldn't say that, because for instance, let's say I had a dream and I dreamed that you was fucking another bitch, and I wake up and I smack the shit out of you and be like, so you fucking that bitch? That doesn't necessarily mean you go out and fuck the bitch that was in my dream.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like that way, but I feel like our tuition let us know that there's something there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Especially if you have a female friend and you're very close to her, and you see the relationship and you see the way that your dude may look at her. You know what I'm saying? Because you know the look.
Yeah, you know the look.
As a female, you know a type of loving look that a dude gives you. You know how your dude looks at you.
Yeah.
And you love that shit.
Yeah.
Especially when y'all are at that moment where y'all are connecting on some shit, or whether it's about to be sexual or whatever the situation is. So I feel like we know.
Yep.
But just because we speak on it doesn't mean that we're putting it in their head to go and stick their dick somewhere it don't belong.
And my thing is for him to know. I mean, I know you asked the fellas, are we gonna wait for them to hold on. Alicia said, Kim, don't answer that. I can't. Don't. Vantage says, gotta take care of the kid. Well, I mean, I hear that, but what I'm saying is, yeah, you definitely got to take care of the kid, and that's your answer from a male in our chat. But what I would say is, what would even bring you there? If you know your girlfriend already has thoughts about you being with this female, that should be the last female that you're thinking about being with. Mm-hmm. And why didn't you break up with your girlfriend if you felt like y'all were kind of on the same page but didn't really have a connection? That should have been your cue to be like, I can't do this anymore. I'm having, you don't even got to explain to her that you're having feelings for somebody else, but just remove yourself from that situation because now you're regretting it. You could really have something there with that relationship that you had with your homegirl. Unfortunately, it's really hard to answer this because this is every girl's worst nightmare.
The disrespect.
It is very much the disrespect. But I'm gonna try to be cordial here and not be biased. But I feel like if you maybe could have had something with this homegirl, now you're making her feel less than because you didn't been fucking around with her. Y'all been friends for so long, and you cut her off when she's at her most vulnerable state, telling you that she may be pregnant because you're ashamed of what your girlfriend might say because that's your girlfriend. But you wasn't ashamed that was your girlfriend when you was sticking it in shorty. So you know what I'm saying? So for that reason, it's like you have to know what you're doing. And if you felt like you didn't want to be with that lady, you should have left that lady alone and dealt with your homegirl, and you could have had a happy family and a happy ending. Now you got drama, you got regret, and you got a new baby on the way, and the shorty over here that's about to look stupid and beat your ass. And I would not be mad if she went all crazy on you, because this is literally a female's worst nightmare. Because I know with men having female friends, that's always a thought in the back of your head, like, did they ever do anything? Will they ever do anything? But for it to come to life like this, sir, please.
I'm sorry, I had to fix my trays.
That's all right.
Yeah, but I didn't want to do it on.
Take care of your kid. Let the girlfriend go. Let her know she's not what you're interested in anymore. And, unfortunately, she's going to have to deal with this situation. It's going to really hurt her. I want you to know how bad you're hurting her. It's going to be really bad. Mm-hmm. Feel bad about it.
Right.
But you got to do what's best for you. And if you feel like it's better for you to, be with your homegirl and have this baby, then do that. It's better than to string this girl along.
Right. All right. So let's jump into the topics. Not the topics.
Comments.
God damn, the comments. Before we go on. I can't.
All right. Simone said he has always had them feelings. Our intuitions be on point. And that is very true. Deb says, regarding the first letter, she should date a man that is 45 years. Oh, my phone died, y'all. Oh. Yeah. Oh. Ah! All right. Regarding the first letter, she should date a man that is 45 years or older. He already had kids and he was already married. Regarding the second letter, he should have broke up with the girlfriend. He needs to tell the whole story. Thank you. That's right. Mm-hmm. Deb says something is missing. Right. Keela says set your girl free and go raise your kid. Deb says his girlfriend probably pays the bill. That's probably what it is. I might as well hold on to this.
Oh, yeah. But it could possibly be true.
You know what I'm saying? But definitely a female's intuition is always right. And maybe that's why she was becoming distant from him. Maybe they were already starting something, we know
what the fuck be going on.
Yeah, we know what the fuck be going on. But I just feel like, at this point now you got to do you, and you got to take care of this kid. You got to let that girl go and just move on. Yep. All right. Vantage says, worst case, be with the homegirl for the kid. But that would be his best case scenario, because apparently, they've been friends for 15 years. He loves her. He cares about her. But because of that guilt, knowing that he had a girlfriend, he cut her off, which could dampen their relationship. You know what I'm saying? Had you have just cut your girlfriend off, which would have been the right decision, and, continued to make the moves on your homegirl, y'all could have been happily ever after. But you done cut her off.
Right. I feel like the homegirl girl's still gonna stay though.
Yeah, she might, but you know, if it was me, I'd be like, listen, stay with your bitch. I got me and my kid, you know.
Right.
Be looking out for the child support. But other than that, I'm not fucking with you because we're not even friends. The fact that you could just, you know, leave me, cut me off. I done been here. I know your family, your siblings. You know what I mean? I done seen you from the little stink that you was when you wasn't nothing, and now look at you.
Can I say this though? Can we talk about the fact that like Shorty was way out of line though?
Oh, she was definitely way out of
Because
line.
she knew, like, no matter what feelings that you had as a woman, like.
You know what's up.
You know what's up. Like you're out of
in a
line because
relationship.
you would never want that done to you. Like you know what I'm saying. So I just feel like, yeah, she was. We gotta
that's
call
terrible.
her out on her shit
That's so terrible. The fact that he did wrong and my mind's over here like, what's the best outcome for him? No, fuck him. How about that? Fuck him.
Exactly.
All right, let me go on to this next one.
one.
All right. Dear FY Podcast, me and my best friend has been friends for nearly 31 years. We have not talked for the past 6 months. The silence began after I had a small gathering last year for my birthday. I invited her ex-husband to my birthday dinner because my husband and him are good friends, and they've been friends for years, and he's been a good friend to me as well. I did not mention that to her, that her ex was coming because I knew she would not have came if I told her he was coming. When she arrived with her new boyfriend, she immediately tensed up when she saw her ex and went home. We have not talked since. Our children are still very close, and I see her when I drop and pick my boys up, but what I'm tired of is the silent treatment. I have tried apologizing. What advice would you give to a sorry friend to get her friend back?
I wouldn't say this is tough. I mean, I get where her friend is coming from, but also, if you have been friends with somebody for 31 years, right? Let's keep it a buck. If you've been friends with somebody for 31 years and you were married to somebody, y'all were family. I don't know why y'all got married. Like, this is me from the outside looking in. I don't know why y'all got divorced or whatever the situation is, but you know, when we became friends and you had kids and I got married and you got married, like, we all became a family.
Right.
So with my husband and him building a bond, you know, you were my friend, you were like my sister, so he became my brother. You know what I'm saying? So it's a tough situation. Yes, you know, maybe she should have said something to the friend to give her a heads up, but you know, you guys have to kind of talk about it and let that shit go, because why ruin a friendship for something that, why ruin a 31-year friendship for something that transpired over a birthday when you know that we were all friends prior to you guys getting a divorce and going through your situation, but you showed up with your new man.
Right. I think it's petty to continue this for 6 months, whatever the case is, that they haven't been speaking.
Right.
That's very petty. You know, at least let your friend know, like, look, I think that was real shady of you, bitch. Don't do that shit again.
Right.
Or whatever the case is. And me and Star talks about it earlier, but at first I was kind of like, well, this is a bad friend. You know what I mean? But I don't want to say she's a bad friend. I would definitely say she could have at least said something, you know, especially if, this is your friend, this is your birthday, and you wanted her to be there. I would have at least said, you know, look, we're all family, we're all friends, and he's going to be here. It's a quick dinner. You know, y'all don't even have to interact. I just want you to be here for my birthday, and then you can go home.
Right.
That's it. You know, at least be transparent and be honest about what you're doing. That way, it's not a shock, because you don't know what her boyfriend may have felt about the ex-husband. You don't know what her feelings were about the ex-husband, because, again, we don't know the background story to why they divorced, what their situation is, how they're dealing with their kids. We don't know that. But it just seems like this whole situation could have been avoided. And y'all, for 31-year friendship, it's so petty to just be trying to be silent. So if you want my advice on how to get your friend back, go apologize. You know, don't just let it be silent.
Well, she said she did apologize.
Oh, she did apologize.
Maybe you have to show up at her house, but there may be something missing to the story.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But, you know, hopefully you guys are able to work out your differences. But, you know, like, you know, apologizing is good, but sometimes you got to pop up on a bitch and apologize. Like, yo, bitch, I know I was wrong.
But you're going to talk to me today. We're going to talk about this.
But, you know, there may be some underlying issues that we're not aware of. You know what I'm saying? Did we have comments?
I think so. It looks like it's popping over here.
Okay.
Keela said, nah, don't do it for the kid. Do it if you want to be with her. Vanish says, yeah, make the trade. Simone says, she got to expect he will be at big family things. She should have just told her first and gave her the choice. Right. Deb said, I would forgive her if she paid for a vacation for me and my new boyfriend.
Okay.
Only 3 to 5 days. Vanish says, time heals. The other friend in the wrong, though. A conversation should have fixed this.
Yes.
Gotta be something deeper, though, for 31 years. Simone says, sometimes some apologies don't work because she knew what she was doing first. Right. And that was my first thought. It's like, maybe you already knew what the situation was and you was just trying to be like, well, let me not say nothing because I already know she's going to be mad and she's not going to come. But let her have that option. Let her have that opinion and be like, bitch, you already know I'm not coming if he shows up. If you want me there at your birthday, you know, let's do something separate. Let's, you know what I mean?
Right. But again, they became family. So at the end of the day, like, you know, hopefully things work out with you guys, but you know, you should have had a conversation with your friend prior because that's been your road dog for 31 years and he married into the family. So you were wrong on that part, but hopefully there's no underlying issues that you did not disclose, you know, to
you know
us.
what I'm saying? 'Cause we over here having
we're gonna give you our honest opinion about the situation. You know, I'm always gonna give you my drunk advice. But anyway, you know, hopefully things work out for you guys. Somebody said something I can see it a little bit right there. I have to get into the habit.
The teacher
of
said exactly.
looking into
the camera.
Right. All right. So before we get out of here, I gotta ask a question, but quickly we have sent out the invites to the ladies. For Ladies Night, which is next weekend.
Yes.
So I will be sending out text messages just to confirm because, you know, we've ordered some shit. Like my eyes are just...
That's all right. Because it's hard to figure out because it's like we want to get to the comments, so we're looking because we have the computer here so we can see when the chats pop up. So that's why we have our phone so we can try to get to the comments. But if the computer's over here and the phone's down and we're trying to look at the camera, it's a lot, y'all. It's a lot. But we're gonna get there.
Yes, we are. Now, everybody in the chat, I do have a quick question. Now, I saw this guy because, you know, we usually do like the social media topics, but I'm not gonna do like the ones that I have because we're already running over time. But anyway, so quickly, a social media topic, like this guy was saying like, hey fellas, man to man, you have to kind of know what type of woman you're dealing with, you know, as far as like her bouginess. Now my question to the guys and the females, because I feel like at a certain point we're bougie when it comes to certain things.
Right.
Now, are you bougie when it comes to dressing? Do you have to have designer everything? Are you bougie when it comes to food? Are you bougie when it comes to travel? Are you bougie when it comes to, you know, different places you visit? Like, what is your level of bouginess?
My level of bouginess stops at food.
Food?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I love designer, you know, I love looking at it and stuff, but I'm not one to be like, I need to have that. I need to have that, whatever. And that's just because I live within my means. Okay. But I love good food. Like I will spend my last dollar on a good meal. I'm bougie. I'm bougie about some food, y'all. I'm greedy.
There's nothing wrong with that, yo. So me, I am bougie about food, but I have to say that I'm bougie about food, but I'm also like I like designer shit or whatever like that, but like it's not, I don't have to be labeled. I'm not a label whore. Right. Now, do I like, my thing is this, I like designer stuff, but that's not my bouginess because I don't give a fuck what I put on at this point. It's COVID. Anyway, yo, every week y'all see me, I'm gonna have on some black tights and I might throw a pair of gray in there, but like all I got is fucking black tights, yo. It's fucking COVID. But anyway, so my bouginess comes to eating and it comes to travel.
Absolutely.
Yo, traveling, like my friends know me. Send me I'll be like this. Send me the name of the hotel.
Okay.
Send me the name of the hotel so I can check it out and see what level it's at, because
but that's important.
Yeah, because like, yo, I'm really funny about hotels that I stay in.
Yeah, because for all that, like if you sending me to a nasty cheap hotel, I can stay home with all that. Yo. I got a nice comfortable bed, you know, I got a nice situation going on over here. Don't send me nowhere crazy.
When it comes to like the hotel and just flying, like, you want to be comfortable on your flight. So I'm the type of person that I don't mind paying that extra for that extra space. Like I don't mind it. Now, flying first class is a privilege.
Yes.
So if the price is right, you know what I'm saying? If it's almost for free,
it's for me.
But you know what I'm saying? Like I do, I enjoy flying first class. Now, have I flown first class in a while? No, I haven't. I haven't been anywhere. But if I have the chance to get a first class ticket to be comfortable, I am. It's not something that I do all the time because I don't mind flying in the middle. I don't know what the middle's called.
Middle class,
no,
business class.
Business. Well, sometimes their business class be
a little bit in the front.
Yeah, but like, being in the back of the plane.
Is it coach? That's not coach.
Let me explain something to y'all.
Look, it's all commercial flying, all right? Whether you in the front and the back.
No, it's comfortable seating. Me, just real quickly before we get out of here, me and Simone had a hot girl summer. What year was that, Simone, that we had that hot girl summer in Atlanta? This was before Meg Thee Stallion came out, baby. We was already hot girls. And I was a married hot girl, but I was like the wingman.
Right.
Did she comment? There's comments going on. And
yes, there's a ton going on here. So we got we're gonna start all the way from Sam. Yeah, she says sometimes them apologies don't work because she knew what she was doing first, and I believe I read that, but I'm not sure, so I'm gonna read it anyway. Simone says, "Don't sorry me when you knew." Letitia said, "As Simone, period, sis." Vampire said, "Word."
I can't.
Sim was like, "At Letitia, ha ha ha." CC was like, "Same, everything I intake." Deb was like, "Bougie, I need all my bills paid. I can't hang out if my bills are not paid. Okay, pay me for my time." Period, okay, I got 24 hours in this day. How much am I getting paid for?
Period.
CC said, "And my technology." Bougie. Simone said, "I was just about to say travel at Star." Yeah, we could tell. Then it said, "Bougie over ghetto, though. A good balance is healthy."
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, yeah, Anyway, Simone said, "Yo, crying faces. That wall on my neck of the plane. That wall on my neck on the plane. This must be an insider because I don't get it."
No, I'm about to explain it
to
you.
Please explain the neck on the plane.
All right, so we had good flights going. We had good seats going down there. But on the way back, apparently they didn't know who I was. Apparently they didn't know who the fuck me and Simone was, and that we just turned fucking ATL inside out. When I tell y'all, they had us in the ass of the fucking plane.
No.
We was in the back.
By the bathroom?
Yes, we was in the last fucking seat. When the engine, we was basically, we're the ones who cut the engine on.
Said it's working. Come on, let's go.
We pulled the fucking lawnmower for the engine to start. So mind you, we're on Snapchat, like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? How we do first class. We was in the back.
That ride back was quiet. That shit was quiet now.
That shit was funny, but that was a fun ass trip, yo. But sometimes you gotta be in the back. Sometimes you gotta be in the back.
Miss B Pearls Turner said, "Eat and travel where I stay." Simone said, "Jesus was blowing hot air on my neck." I bet, yo, that's a mess.
Yo, that shit was fun though. Like we definitely need a do-over because like I I'm gonna be honest with you, like this year has really showed me, not this year, last year, it really showed me like, yo, we take a lot of shit for granted.
Yeah.
Just with just hanging out. Yeah. So, if this summer permit, like next weekend, I'm turning up.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not counting none of my fucking calories on this norm shit.
No, we gonna eat what we eat. We're gonna drink what we drink. We're gonna have a good time. It's just gonna be us girls. We're gonna talk about whatever. Yes, we will do a couple of photos and some videos and stuff. But guess what? It's just us time. Yep. So we gonna have a time.
Yeah, we're gonna have a good time. But thank you guys for always rocking out with us. What was I about to say? We were supposed to announce some shit, but I'm gonna just wait until we're Because I think when we do announcements, we need to do that at the beginning of the show. Because by the end of the show, the liquor has already took effect.
Yeah, and then I'm slurring my words.
Yeah.
I gotta pee. It's a lot.
Yes,
y'all.
it's a lot. So anyway, if it's your first time tuning in, make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe, leave a comment at the end of the show. We're no longer on Zoom, so it doesn't take forever for you guys to be able to leave a comment. And, you know, share the podcast with your friends, share it with your cousin, share it with your mom. She might like us, you know, you never know. You know what I'm saying? She might be on some hot girl shit too. But, you know, yes. Do we have another comment before we end?
Yeah, you know, Simone's going on. She said, I was waving my hands out the back window for height.
I can't. But anyway, before we go, shout out to Patty for braiding my hair and giving me edges. Yeah, she laid these baby
She is
hairs.
ready to be a hot girl.
You know what I'm saying?
She's so ready.
But anyway, thank you guys. We out.